Hi guys! Welcome to the Sad and Liz podcast.
We're happy to have you back.
We are happy to have you here. Guys, if you are wondering, damn girl, your makeup looks amazing. I think people, I don't know, I like my makeup today.
Yeah, me too. Okay guys, today we're gonna do questions again because you like it so much. I think we're gonna make this a segment of like Sad and Liz answer you guys.
So send us questions, we will continue answering them.
Okay, so first question. My boyfriend and his sister are very close. He always chooses her above me. Do you think I should be worried? I mean, sometimes siblings are very close, but if it's like a brother and a sister, I don't know. I don't want to judge.
Define close, like what are they doing?
He always chooses her above me. I think that's a bit weird.
That is a little bit weird.
I think that's really weird, yeah. But sometimes, you know, brothers, like, I have a close relationship with my brother, but that, like, I don't, like, think I would choose my brother above my partner. That's a little bit weird, yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, have you seen any other red flags? Like, do they go to the room together or something? You know, you should look out for that. Like, really. I saw one TikTok online, like, so many months ago, and it was about this girl, and she was explaining how her boyfriend, she caught him cheating with his sister.
Yeah, I saw this.
And they had, like, tapes together of them sleeping together and all these things. So I'm like, whoa.
But I've seen that a lot actually, where it's like the mom and the son, or like the sister and the brother, which is so weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. Peace and healing.
A lot of healing.
A lot of healing.
I have a crush on a guy who's 63 and he likes me as well. I'm 21. Should I give it a chance? No. 63, that could be your grandfather. You're 21. I mean, I think that is wrong from his side.
Look, I think, because I used to really think that I was into older men and all these things, but I really realized that I was searching for stability from a man, and in my head I equated stability with someone older. Like, someone could be my age and they could be so wealthy and stable and whatever, and I would still not take them serious because I was like, no, you're not old enough, because I equated the same thing with, oh, that will give me stability. Now, do I think that right now, when I'm in a position where I make a lot of money myself, I would ever date someone that old? No, I just wouldn't. Because I feel very secure and stable within myself. I know I'm financially very stable on my own, so I don't look for that anymore. So I think when you do look for that, there is something missing that you don't feel like you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think this is okay, and I would not give it a chance because
it's 40 years difference, you know.
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
too
lot.
much.
That's a lot. Yeah.
I would, you know, also age doesn't define maturity, you know. I know people who are 35 who I thought like, oh, they're very mature people, but then they end up being like the most childish people. And then I've met people who are 25 who are like the most mature people I've ever met. So age really doesn't define maturity. So yeah, I would not give it a chance at all. And if I had a daughter that was 21, no way.
Yeah,
no way.
I think as well the question you should ask yourself is what are you really searching for in this older man?
What do you like about him?
Like, what are you missing within yourself?
I'm sure it's not the looks.
Yeah. And also, don't think that older men won't cheat and all those things. No, they do. And it's even like more, because they seek validation from younger women even more to just prove to themselves, oh, I can still have that. Oh, young women are attracted to me.
Yeah. Next question. I've been in love with a guy for 10 years now, but it never seems to work out every time we try. Should I just move on and give someone else a chance, or fight for this relationship because we do love each other? I'm 28. If you have been in love with a guy for 10 years and it has never worked, then God is telling you that this is not for you. I think you should move on and give someone else a chance, remove your energy from that person and find someone else. Because 10 years, you're 28 now, you're still very young, but 10 years in love, like, if you're 10 years trying with someone and it's not working, then it's just not working.
Yeah. And I don't think, because oftentimes when you do remove your energy and you try to move on is when that 10-year relationship actually gets into fruition, and it actually comes to you, or the person really starts to be interested because they're like, oh my god, I didn't want to lose this, like I want this person forever. But I kind of feel like when you are lingering around for someone without them giving you commitment, they never have to commit to you, because why would they? You know what I mean? Because you're anyways going to be always there. So I think the only way you actually do attract someone is by pulling away your energy when you're not getting what you want, and then when they do want you, then they should pursue you. I don't think uncertainty is attractive, and I don't think that should be attractive to you. A man being uncertain about you is not an attractive trait, because for men it's natural to know what they want and go after it. So if they don't show you that, it means you're not the one. But don't get offended. Pull your energy back and say, okay, because we're not going to be for everyone.
And also, like, because people are like, oh, like, how do I move on and stuff? You literally just stop talking to them, just stop everything, like.
Or it's not even like don't
like, because sometimes, like, it's been 10 years.
I know, but don't go cold turkey. You know why I say this? Because when they do go cold turkey, like the person that does that, they feel bad and they start to overthink. So what I do is, like, you in your head, you make up that you say, I'm not gonna take this person serious anymore. I don't think this will go anywhere, and that's it.
And just keep them as a friend.
And keep them as a friend. In your head, they're friends.
For me, it only works, like, it has only worked for me, because if I keep the person around, I always have this plan B. So for me, personally, it has only worked when I went cold turkey, and I'm like, this person in my reality does not exist anymore. You don't exist. However, if that, like, these people ever needed help or they need something, I would always be available for them. You know, never like move on bad terms, I would say, unless they've hurt you. I would always like advise to end it on good terms. But for me, it has only worked when I'm like, okay, this person does not exist anymore, and I never want to see them again, and it's just over, and I'm gonna do my thing. You know, because I feel like when we keep them around as like friends, and this, you always have like this backup, like, of I can still go back. You know what I mean? You're married right now. Would you have kept your ex, like, just as a friend around?
Well, I did do that for a while. We were just friends, but that didn't work out, guys. Like, I was constantly just spending my time with him, and I was unable to date anyone else. So no, that's not smart. Don't be friends with your ex, or don't be that close to them.
10 years is a long time.
10 years is a long time. Just in your head, start moving on.
Remove your energy.
Remove your energy.
Okay, next question. Does being spiritual mean I can't get mad or angry? I feel like I'm not being my highest self when I get angry or upset. I would like to feel peace at all times. What would you advise me?
That's such a big misconception that people have about spirituality and all these things, and they're like, oh, now you should be like a butterfly. Why are you angry? You should always be nice and blah blah blah. But that's why I always preach, don't demonize negative emotions, because negative emotions are the emotions that get shit done. Being up in the air, being high vibrational, blah blah, like a butterfly, doesn't get shit done. The thing that should get shit done is your anger, is your sadness, because then you want to create stuff out of spite, out of like all these things, you know. When do you have the most action? When I'm angry. When I'm angry, I'm like, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna, you know, all these things. So don't demonize these emotions, and know that these are the emotions that are oftentimes the driving force of the biggest creations. If you look throughout history, like the biggest art pieces, the best books, like if you look at like songs, the best artists, the best songs, all comes from sadness, like being upset, you know, anger. Like these emotions create such beauty, you know, like and it goes like to live on for forever, you know, like generations on generations. Like I think we, like, spirituality doesn't mean you're all light. Like, we also have like darkness, you know, and darkness is also a part of us, because we're human beings, you know. We are humans, we're supposed to be grounded. We're not in the spiritual realm floating around, and on this earth it will not work for you if you're only being nice and letting people walk over you, and you know,
like not having boundaries and just, oh, if you do me wrong and I'm, oh, I still love you, I love you, it doesn't matter, it's all love and life. That's not gonna work.
No,
because we had a phase where we did that, and it just doesn't work, because people start to walk over you, like they start to like cross your boundaries. Being spiritual doesn't mean that you only feel love. That's not what spirituality means. It just means that you can deal with your emotions.
Yeah.
Like when anger comes, that I don't start fighting you, but I put it into something else. You know what I mean?
When you have too much empathy, and the empathy starts to become self-destructive in a way where it's like, oh, look, you did something to me. I'm like, oh, I can understand why they did that. Oh, I see hate comment. I'm like, okay, I understand why they do that. And all these things. And it's constantly, I understand. I can't say
They've been through so much.
And it's like, no, you're a bitch. Like, that's just the case. And right now, I'm at a point in my life, I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit. I don't care anymore. I don't have to. I can understand why you act like that, but that doesn't mean that I cannot react the same way. There's a lot of people, they always want to give, like, comments.
No, they always want to give it, but they cannot take it.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. And when for example, Liz and I, we're every time something happens, we try to justify it. We're like, oh, you know, but they've been through so much, and this and that, and then, like, at some point we reach the point where it's like, no, actually I also been through so much in my life. If I were to talk about like all the things that I've been through in my life, I would sit here for hours and hours on end, and I think a lot of people would not even believe half of the stuff I would tell you. I'm not gonna sit every day and be like, oh, I've been through this, I've been through that.
That's why I'm an asshole right now.
If you want to be like that, then be like that. But we have to learn to stop telling ourselves like, oh, but you know, this happened and that happened. No, you're just mean and you're just rude. And that doesn't, like, just be who you are, but then be that from a distance.
We need to draw the line in having empathy and then like literally destructing ourselves. Because at this point we're feeling bad for others, but when do we feel bad for ourselves?
And when do these people feel bad for you?
Never.
Next question. How do I stand up for myself when people are crossing my boundaries? I have a hard time telling people that what they did is not okay, even if it's just at a hair salon. How do I learn this? Okay, so you want to learn how to stand up for yourself, even if it's like at a hair salon. Just start speaking up.
Start small. Start with small things. Like the way I started was in a hair salon, for example. I used to never say if they did something ugly or whatever. I was just like, oh, it's pretty, it's pretty. But then I really started to learn, like, if someone did something like that wasn't good or it wasn't good, I was like, do you like it? No, I don't like it. But then they were like looking at me and I kept looking at them. And I was like, let's be awkward together because I'm paying you for your service. I didn't like the service. I can be honest about my experience, you know? And then they do try to accommodate and be like, okay, how can we change it? And then we come to a conclusion together. Now, when I said, no, I don't like it, the world didn't end. The thing was, the hairdresser wasn't offended because at the end of the day, I'm still paying for the service. So she was just thinking, how can we fix it then? So you will like it, you know?
I also feel like, just talking about hair salons and stuff, I just also feel like a lot of people working in stores, and like if I'm paying you, they feel so entitled. Sometimes they're like, oh yeah, like it's almost like they're doing me a service. Like, but I'm paying you. I would like almost like feel bad, like they almost get offended when like I point out that I don't like something. I went to a coffee shop a couple days ago, and I was telling the guy, he seated me, and I was like, the air conditioning was like blasting on me, and I have asthma, so I was like, yeah, can you give me another spot where there's no AC? And he was like he did that, like.
But then you should see, why are you doing that? Why? Isn't that your job?
Keep that oxygen in your mouth.
No, but listen, these are these things, you know?
Yeah, but that's like, to me, I'm like, this is literally, I'm paying you for your service, like, you know?
Like, look, this is plain rude, guys. I have worked in a restaurant and all these things. I've never in my life been rude to a customer. Even if I didn't have a good day, I wasn't there being rude. And you guys are like, oh yeah, but maybe they had a bad day. Maybe this, maybe that.
Doing a job, doesn't matter what day you have. You're being paid. You need to do your work. You cannot be like mad at customers that come in that have nothing to do with your day, you know what I mean?
And it's such a normal request as well. But you know, sometimes, whatever.
Trying to justify it again?
Yeah,
you're right.
No, it's not right.
It's not right. You should always be nice. I mean, the question was, how do I stand up for myself when people are crossing my boundaries? Like Liz said, I would start with something small. Don't just go like crazy on someone. Just be respectful always. Don't start yelling or fighting. This is not how you stand up for yourself. Just like be like speaking, but in a very respectful manner. Sometimes you don't have to yell or to scream to like show people your boundaries.
You don't have to think that you're a bad person because you're putting up boundaries, and you don't have to be rude about it. For example, in the situation where Sabina asked for the air conditioner and someone just to me, I would say, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, that's it. And then they know what they did wrong. That's it. Are you okay? And then we just switch things. So it can be like very subtle, but you still are saying something, you know? Because I always tell Sabina as well, she comes to these stories, like, Liz, this happened. I said, did you say something? She's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, why did you not say something? Because it builds up at a point where you're just gonna explode on someone.
And when you, for example, me, I'm someone who's like so much like always like empathy, you know? Where to a point where like, oh, they've been through so much and I feel bad, and at some point you just start hating the person, you start resenting the person so much. And I would really like open your like mouth, like start talking. That's why I'm saying start talking, because you will start to hate. Like, for example, if it's a person that's crossing your boundaries, you will start to hate the person. And sometimes, you know, you don't want to get to that stage where you hate someone. So I would just like be honest from the beginning. When someone is crossing your boundaries, just immediately tell them. Don't let it build up. You know what I mean?
I also think that it's so freeing to talk and to say these things, because even if I talk to Landon about this or Sabina, you guys have very similar personality where they both will bottle things up, and I'm the kind of person, I constantly talk everything out. So that's why I don't overthink. I don't really have thoughts, because I say everything, right? But like, for example, Landon and Sabina tend to overthink a lot about situations because they didn't say anything in the moment, and then you make the problem actually bigger than it has to be, or you are the one then suffering. And I don't like to suffer in my head, and I know I have to use my head for work and all these things, so I want this to be as empty as I can. So I'll handle things in the moment.
Yeah, with me it's just always like, if people are crossing my boundaries, I'll just come to a point where I just really like don't like the person anymore, and then I will just go cold turkey, like you never hear from me again, because
you really have that.
I just like never like reach out or never see them again, because I'm like, I have given you like so many chances and you've crossed it again and again, and I'm just like, you know, like I don't like you anymore, I don't want to be around you anymore. You know, and I don't want to, I hate that it gets to that stage. That's why now, like, I have to, like, speak up from the beginning. Like, hey, I don't like how you talk to me. I don't like this. I don't like that.
Sabina really has, like, this personality where she will be patient with you, and she'll kind of stay until she hates you. Until she disgusts it. And I think this is a really good method, though. Like, even with getting over with your ex, what I tell people now is, you know, if I really see they can't leave, I say like stay until you absolutely hate the person, because you'll not only start to hate them, you start to hate yourself for putting up with it. So then you're like at a point where it's like, I literally cannot take this.
It comes to a point where you're sitting with the person and you're like, I really don't like you.
I really don't like you anymore.
And then it becomes so easy to just like leave them behind, you know?
The whole facade that you built of them just collapses the more you spend time with them. That's why I also say don't go cold turkey, don't cut them off. Let them until you're like, you know what? I cannot handle this anymore.
I just don't like you anymore as a person. That's how I got over all my exes, because I was like, I just don't enjoy, like, if you message me, I get annoyed. I'm happy when you don't message me. Last question. Do you guys think that cheating in this society right now is just something I should accept from my partner? I feel like everyone cheats these days. Should I just accept that or be single? I don't believe that people cheat. Like, I believe that people cheat, but I feel like there's a lot of loyal people out there, and this idea of everyone cheats is something I think only I see on social media, but in real life,
I think people should really touch some grass and go outside a little bit and get off your phone. Like these stories that you see on TikTok, these stories that you see online of women complaining about cheating or men complaining about cheating is not 8 billion people. It's just a small percentage in the few. Your family members that have always cheated and their friends that always have cheated is also not 8 billion people.
Yeah, exactly.
There is people out there that have soul connections. You meet them and they're just obsessed with each other's soul. So you might think like, oh, he's too ugly for her, she's too ugly for him, or all these things, but to them, they have a soul connection. A soul connection is something that you cannot break easily, and they're not interested in other people.
Yeah, when your relationship goes deeper than just superficial, just like I'm attracted to you, or just like financial or whatever, if it's like really like you and I are connecting soul to soul, it's hard to find that in another person. I feel like, for example, when I'm in love, I feel like that's the only person in the world. I don't see anyone else at all. I don't want the idea of someone else disgusts me when I'm in love with somebody. So there's a lot of people, there's a lot of men, there's a lot of women who think like that as well. I think social media just brainwashes a lot of people.
And don't affirm these things. Don't say that everyone cheats. Like I knew a girl like that. She's like, oh, but everyone cheats. I'm like, but I don't believe that. You believe that, and you create that reality for yourself. But I don't believe that in my reality. You know what I mean? Do I believe that people will stay together forever and all these things? No, maybe not. I also don't believe that, because people die, they get bored of each other, they don't want to be together anymore, and they separate. Fine, you know, but I don't believe that if I am a committed person and if I want to be with a committed person, that's impossible. I don't believe that, and I won't affirm that for myself.
I've had relationships for years with people that there was no cheating involved, so that's just possible. You just have to be with someone that you really like, and that you respect. You know, because when there's respect from both sides, you will not cheat or hurt the other person. You know,
cheating is also something so, like, I find it so unnecessary, and it's hard to do as well, you know, because you have to constantly lie and hide things, and it's actually a really difficult thing to do.
Yeah, it is.
So it's not worth it. I wouldn't have energy for that.
If you have something good, why cheat? You know, you have something good. People out here are like struggling to even have one good relationship. If you have a good relationship, then just, you know, my ex-boyfriend, he used to always tell me, like, when you have something good, then why look for something else? Yeah. Like, he was such a person. He was like what I have is so good. Why would I ever want something else? And when you understand that the grass is not greener on the other side, when you really believe that, for example, this is good for me, I don't need better, I don't need bigger, this is really good for me, you're not interested in cheating, all these things. Also, like coming home lying to your partner is disgusting.
I also think it's just exhausting. It's really exhausting, and I think it's much easier to say, hey, you know, either you admit to it, and then maybe sometimes, you know, the other person, they're like, okay, we won't break up though. Like, some open relationship. Like, I know, like, there's a lot of women that just stay with a man even though they know they're cheating, but they're providing for them, and that's okay for them.
Yeah, that's okay. If that's okay,
that's like an open relationship then, you know, which is fine. But I don't think it's fair when you say, I want a committed relationship, and the other person is out there doing all of this behind your back.
Yeah, I
don't think that's fair.
That's not fair. You should always be honest. When you do want to, like, when you like someone else or you want to sleep with someone else, just tell your partner. I mean, that's like really like easy to say right now, but I feel like just coming home to a person that loves you, and then you have been sleeping around with other people, and then looking, and like, I would feel so guilty.
Yeah, but so many people don't have any morals, or they don't care.
I can't believe that.
You know, I've seen people that have no empathy at all, and they're so successful. I really think if I had less empathy, I would be more successful.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't care. I would just go like to the top.
Yeah, I mean, becoming like going to the top also requires like being selfish and all these things, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm too emotional about everything.
Yeah,
and we have to be more cutthroat.
Yeah,
that's why men are often very good at this, because they don't really have that emotional sense that women have. Yeah, so in business meetings and all these things, they're just cutthroat, and they're like, no, it's not what I want, that's it, bye. And I'm like, oh my god, I feel so bad.
No, you should definitely be more,
I should be more cutthroat.
It's a hard world.
Yeah. Either you eat this world or this world will eat you.
Either you deal with reality or reality will deal with you. And that's actually facts.
That's facts.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed this video. We're gonna do a cooking video next.
Let us know if you would like a cooking video from us.
Thank you so much, guys. We love you guys so much.
We love you so much.
And thank you once again so much for the support and the love.
Thank you for 220,000 subscribers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting. They're so sweet.
They're so sweet.
Yeah, very sweet. I feel like we have the sweetest subscribers ever.
Yeah, we do. And they're intelligent.
Very intelligent people, yeah. So we appreciate you so much.
We love you.
We hope you have a nice day, and we hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you.
Bye.